The history of Native Americans in California begins with the Ice Age migration of people from Asia to North America. To understand how this happened, let's look at a globe. The equator divides the Earth into the northern and southern hemispheres, and the prime meridian divides it into the western and eastern hemispheres. The continents Asia and North America are located in the northern hemisphere. Asia is in the eastern hemisphere, and North America is in the western hemisphere. Today, the two continents are separated by water, but about 20,000 years ago they were linked by a land bridge. During the Ice Age, Earth's climate became very cold. Large amounts of water froze into thick sheets of ice called glaciers. As ocean levels dropped, the water in the Bering Strait became shallower. Land that had been underwater was uncovered, and Asia and North America were connected by the Bering Land Bridge. People began to migrate from Asia into North America. They were hunters, and many archaeologists believe they followed animals into North America. Over time, they moved deeper into North America, and some made their way into what is today California. These people are the ancestors of California Indians. There are great differences in the land, climate, and resources in each region of California, and these geographical differences influence the practices and traditions of each California Indian tribe. In northeastern California, tribes such as the Acomui built dwellings appropriate for the change in seasons. In the summer, they lived in lightweight, cone-shaped structures. In the winter, they sought protection from the elements in wood-framed houses that were built partially underground. They relied on grass seeds, berries, rabbit, and deer for food. The Northeast had limited resources and few tribes settled there. Many more tribes settled in the Northwest. The temperate rainforests of northwestern California had a milder climate, and tribes such as the Hupa established villages along the many rivers and coastal bays. They used dug-out redwood canoes for transportation and fishing. Salmon was an important part of the Hupa diet. The southern part of California had varied geography and climate, including coastal areas, mountains, and desert. Tribes such as the Tipe-Ipe moved with the seasons, from coastal caves in the summer to winter homes in warmer valleys. The varied geography and climate also offered a variety of foods. Coastal areas provided fish and clams, and the mountains provided acorns, berries, and game. Central California also had a varied geography, with rugged coastlines, fertile central valleys, and steep mountains. The tribes that lived here reflected the diversity of resources. Sierra Nevada Miwoks made houses from layers of bark, but coastal Miwoks built structures of interlocking willow poles or driftwood. This region is known for basket weaving, and the Pomo created the most elaborate coil and twine baskets. Over half of California Indians lived in the central region, especially along the coast. Coastal tribes such as the Ohlone thrived in this environment. This was not only because of climate and soil, but also because there were a lot of fish and game. Hunting, trapping, and fishing were regular activities for Ohlone men and boys. Central California has many different types of oak trees, and the Ohlone relied on acorns for food, grinding them up as meal. Many Indians still live in Central California to this day. There are 107 federally recognized Indian tribes. In fact, in 2000, more than 330,000 Californians reported having only Native American ancestors. That number is higher than any other state. And it all began with migration from the Eastern Hemisphere into the Western Hemisphere about 20,000 years ago.